The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of Lexington Community Radio or its board of directors. The views expressed are solely those of the programmers.
Inside my house. Oh, yeah. He house, he barks and bites, and I ain't looking for no fight. Yes, that old dog wants inside my house. Well, he comes to me and tells me that he's changed his ways. I've let him in once or twice a night today. That old dog wants inside my house. Hey, yeah. He thinks that I'm a grouch cause I won't let him on my couch. Yes, that old dog wants inside my house. Well, he comes to me and tells me that he's changed his ways. I've let him in once or twice a night today. A brand new pair of underwear, he chewed them up, he didn't care. That old dog wants inside my house. Bad, bad dog. He just wants in my bed, cause I know he's not getting fed. Yes, that old dog wants inside my house. Well, he comes to me and tells me that he's changed his ways. I've let him in once or twice a night today. No, now, today. I'm downright mean, but I'm the finest gal he's seen. That old dog wants inside my house.
You are listening to Off the Cuff. Now, here's your host, Adam Banks.
Everybody to Off the Cuff. I am Adam Banks coming at you live from Lexington, Kentucky. Thank you for listening to the show, and thank you for tuning in to WLXU 93.9 FM. In addition to listening on the radio, you can check out our Facebook live stream at Off the Cuff with Adam Banks, or you could stream the show live from the station website at radiolex.us to listen to us from anywhere in the entire world. Renee Collins Cobb and I are both broadcasting from the Deborah Hensley Studios here at Radio Lex on North Limestone. This, folks, is a very special collab episode of two of the hottest radio programs at Radio Lex. My audience obviously knows what Off the Cuff with Adam Banks is. It's a show that covers pop culture, current events, life in general, and special guests. Overtones Live is a fabulous award-winning music show that features many local artists from the Kentucky area. My audience is very familiar with Renee Cobb. She's been on the show several times as a guest and co-host and has been interviewed by me before. She is standing right here beside me. Renee, say, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Adam?
I'm doing fantastic, and I just want to say congratulations to you once again. You have been nominated for Radio Show of the Year at this year's Josie Music Awards, along with me. And I will say this, you won the award last year. I couldn't have been happier for you, and if I were going to lose to anybody, it would be you. Does it feel any...
Cheer on Adam this year.
Does it feel any different this year being nominated?
We're just glad to be nominated every year, and a large part of that reason is because it's just so much fun to go. And we have some first-time nominees in the studio today, and they're going to find out just how special everything is, and we're just so excited to have you all in the studio with us.
Absolutely. We are so excited. And this makes our first collab episode together on Off the Cuff for the Josie Music Awards season. We previously done one collab on Renee's time slot, and now we are doing a show on this time slot live at 4. We wanted to do this collab episode to get these musical artists more exposure, and we both truly believe that when you cross-promote two radio shows together, it can open up opportunities for both shows to introduce their product to a whole new audience. We have a great show ahead with an all-star lineup of musical artists to play and talk to in person today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We already heard an opening performance from the very talented Them Lasses. I would like to start off talking to them. So guys, what I would like to do is just swing the microphones around. I want you to introduce yourself. And in addition to introducing yourself, talk about the nominations that you were nominated for, what you're looking forward to this year at the Josie Music Awards. So who are we going to start with first?
Hello, my name is Brittany Samples. I'm a lass, and we are nominated for Americana Group of the Year, which we're very, very excited and proud to be nominated for. We also got nominated for a video that I directed, which was Homegrown Tomatoes, which is on our album. And that was for Story Enhanced
Performance Video of the Year by a group.
All right. Round of applause for that.
Yeah.
All right.
And step right into the microphone.
Okay, all right.
We got packed house here, folks.
Abby Rank, and I'm super stoked to be going down to this music award show. Like, that's always been a goal of mine, something I've always looked forward to, and it's really cool that it's like actually happening.
Awesome.
And my name is Erin Sliney. I was just playing the spoons. And I am very excited and just learned that I've also been nominated for a Songwriter Achievement Award for 2 unreleased songs. So that's really exciting.
Round of applause.
Yay!
And Raymond, step up to the mic, or let the mic step up to you. We need to,
My name's Randon, and I play guitar.
Enough said. That's all that needs to be said, right? And what about you, my good friend?
My name is Colin Wallace. I am an old dog, and when I go to the Grand Ole Opry, I'm going to stand in the circle, whether we win or not. Whether I get arrested, I'm
it would be worth it,
right?
Yeah.
It would be so worth it.
So just real quick, those are our Old Dogs, which are our backing band, and we're very, very happy to have them. Half of our album includes them on it, which
mine
was
is
just
one
released.
old dog, though.
We do not have our drummer dog,
So who's missing?
Ryan Shelton.
Okay.
Well, how
we get to see him in Nashville.
Yes.
I think he would like to come. So.
Okay.
Now, we are very excited to have all of you guys here. We opened up the show with an awesome performance, and we're getting ready to listen to another performance. So what I would like for somebody from the group to do is just kind of talk about this next song that you're going to sing, tell the audience a little bit about it, and then you can just take off.
All right, so this next song is a dog song because we love our old dogs. We have the song Old Dog that Brittany wrote before we even became a band. And then I was like, wait a minute, I have a song about an old dog written by an old dog, which is my dog Blue. He is a very, very sweet large shepherd mix. And one day I was playing guitar late at night like I always did, and Blue was at my feet, and I just started singing this silly song. I thought it'd live in silly songland forever until I joined the Lasses, and now it's like one of our favorite songs to perform live.
Well, we are excited.
Thank you. It's very ridiculous. Blue speaks in a bit of an accent. It's from his perspective, and he also has some flourishy, it's like got a flourishy Latin flair to it. But here we go. You ready, Randy?
I think
All
I'm
right.
in tune now.
play guitar and I will sing, and I will dream about the day when you will never go away. I'm a romantic, yes you see, how it would be just you and me. I will do everything you wish, I'll even help you lick that dish, please. I'm a romantic, yes you see, I'll be a loyal devotee, but if my water bowl runs dry, I will look deep into your eyes. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. But if you leave, I'll sure be kind. So please caress me as I sleep, for I am yours eternally. Please know I'm nothing without you. Or maybe that's why they call me
Yeah, let's give them a round of applause. I love loud noises, and that was definitely loud, and it was awesome. Amazing.
We didn't even have Randon on electric on that one. He normally plays electric on that one.
And there's full drums.
Folks, absolutely unbelievable. And you can just tell how much fun that you all have when you play. It just radiates from you all. Now, I have a fun question for each of you guys. You guys have obviously watched award shows before. There's the Grammys, there's, the CMAs, all kinds of award shows. And when a person wins an award, there's usually some music that accompanies that artist up to the stage. Now, let's say that you could choose any walk-up song to have accompany you as you walk up to the stage. What would you like to hear besides a song of your own?
Well, as a band, I feel like it has to be "You Are My Sunshine," just because we embody sunshine and like sunflowers as them lasses, and it's how we start almost all of our sets because we love it so much and because we feel like it represents us. So I would vote for that.
Full band, I think "Who Let the Dogs Out" would be a really good option.
Who did let those dogs out, by the way?
I don't know who lets them out. They let us bring them places, though, which is really cool.
They're well
I heard
socialized.
they want inside your house.
I would also say probably Homegrown Tomatoes for full band because I think that brings a different kind of joy and excitement, and a lot of people really look forward to that. And we do start a lot of our sets with "You Are My Sunshine," but Homegrown Tomatoes is how we end a lot of our sets.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, what about the dudes? I mean, any interruptions there? Anything you want to add?
You know what? If I was going to walk out to an award show, it would be "Maybe Your Baby Done Made Some Other Plans" by Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
And I'd just be slapping the air as I was doing it.
I love that. So cool. Well, before I let you guys go, I do want one more live studio performance. So talk about this next song that you got coming up for us right here in a second.
All right, so this next one is one that Abby, wrote. I've toyed with a lot of different ways to introduce this song, but the way that I've recently landed on, the way that I think it's punchy, it's to the point. It's the song about the guy who wrecked my Lexus.
Well, and you just pulled out a harmonica out of nowhere around your neck.
I did do that.
Pretty frequently.
Brittany's got.
And then what is that, Brittany, that you have holding over there?
It's a rain stick.
Folks, this is radio. You can't see in the studio. But, I mean, we have a full-blown band with us today. And that's why it's just so exciting. So looking forward to hearing this next track. Take off.
All right, this is Forget About Me. I like the way you understood. You made me feel so good. But time keeps on changing, like the way you change your mind. And as the years go by, you still have yourself to find. But am I gonna go back to the way things were back then? Is it worth the risk to spread myself so thin? Time to move on, can't you see? But it's been a year, and you're still into me. Every time you say my name, it drives me mad. I'm just moving on, and you still got it at. So am I gonna go back to the way things were back then? Is it worth the risk to spread myself so thin? Night after night, after sleepless night, you ask to have me back, but I can't go down that path. wanna go back to the way things were back then. I will never risk losing myself again. Tired of wasting sleep. Why are you still in love with me? Can you please forget about me?
So good, so good. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So many sounds.
I was like a 70s groove to it.
You do,
I get
you
that
do.
a lot.
You know, and so many different sounds coming. I didn't even see the violin.
Oh, yeah.
How did I miss that?
In that song, it's just one instrumental break, and actually in the studio we put like a whole bunch of crazy effects on there, so you can almost not tell it's a fiddle. But we are eclectic, and we like to switch around instruments and vibes and sounds, so you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of part of our shtick. Like, if you come see one of our shows,
Yeah, we'll take you on a journey.
we're gonna pull harmonicas out of nowhere.
Well, folks, I don't think you can get better than the live studio performance, but this is a second close. We've got two off-the-cuff songs of the week this week, and one of them is from Them Lasses and the Old Dogs. I don't feel right calling you old dogs.
It's okay.
I love old dogs.
Old dogs.
I love old dogs.
You look awful young though to be called an old dog. So
If I might just ask them to let our audience know where we can hear their music more, and I know Brittany does some wonderful job around marketing for the group. They were
Yes.
actually missing their band practice class. I don't think they need to practice anymore. They should-
yeah, I don't know what else you can
So,
do,
where
but
can we find you?
We're all on all the things. We have the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the TikToks, even though we're not active there. But please add us. That'd be really cool. And then Spotify and everywhere you listen to music. So
Themlasses.com.
oh, that's simple.
I always like to spell it. It's THEMLASSES.
not dim glasses, not sweet molasses.
Right.
Them lasses.
Them Lasses. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen,
so much.
for being here. It
Yeah,
was
thank you
awesome.
all.
And like I said, folks, we've got more off the cuff coming your way right after these two songs of the week. And the first song will be Fire and Song by Them Lasses and the Old Dogs. And then we will play That's Low with Daniel Boone Pitman. And we've got more artists coming up.
That's D Boone Pitman.
Yeah, did I say-
Daniel's been dead for a little bit.
Did I say Daniel? Did I say Daniel?
That makes it a lot more interesting, doesn't it?
I'm trying to bring him back. But yes, enjoy the fabulous track laid down by Fire and Song by Them Lasses and D Boone Pitman. And we'll be back after the song.
Sing me a song that's as sweet as this wine. Can you sing it across the fire with light in your eyes? Tell me a story that grows from your soul. Can you take me somewhere I ain't never been before? And the fire rolls on, and the songs are flowing strong. It lives deep within our bones, so far yet oh so close to home. Take me a place that's far, far away. And if you sing it to me sweetly now, home. Now that I am where you let me be, your words strip away like leaves falling from the tree. Your branches bear down, I see it true. Your light is blinding, just let it shine on through. And the fire rolls on, and the songs are flowing strong. It lives deep within our bones, so far yet oh so close to home. So far yet oh so close to home. So far yet oh so close to home.
Shared the best of my love. Well, I guess my best was not enough. And there you were, the final blow. You broke up our happy home, and that's love. Different time, the same sweet girl. She was all mine, my whole world. We were friends from long ago. You swooped in and stole her heart, man, that's low. And you can't lose what was never yours. You can't keep a heart like hers. You just can't seem to let her go. Let you win that girl again, man, that's low. Followed you in your car. Saw you pull into the bar. Son, it's time to reap what you sowed. We were friends and you did me wrong, man, that's low. I pulled in, saw your old truck. I thought, man, you're out of luck. Just about to say let's go. She came out with another fool, man, that's low. You can't lose what was never yours. You can't keep a heart that's low. And that's low. Oh man, did you see that guy? Oh yeah, I mean, you always did have bad taste in men.
Speak for yourself, brother.
Listen, I'm just saying, you know, you're just lucky that the kids look like her.
Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
That was D Boone Pitman, ladies and gentlemen. And I just want to say, for anyone who was having some technical difficulties, that's because for some reason our app was not working, but it is working now. So we should be coming through clear, live, and in color. So thank you guys for being patient. And if you missed that first segment, you can check out the show on podcast. But folks, we have a whole new group in here to talk to, a new artist in here. And some have been on the show before, some have not. But what we are going to do before we get to talking to all of these artists, we want to hear some live music from each one of them. And there's nothing better. Wouldn't you agree, Renee?
Yes.
There is nothing better than a live performance. I mean, hearing it on Spotify, hearing it on a track, it's awesome, but nothing just matches or beats a live performance. And we're going to talk to all of our artists momentarily. But folks, first of all, we've got Rick Potter in the studio. Rick, now you are one of the artists that I have not met, and for the first time, this is you and me meeting. And I just want to say it's very nice to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you.
And what kind of performance are we? Obviously, an acoustic performance, but what song are you going to be performing for us today?
I think I'm going to do "It's Over," and it's a song that I wrote about when they shut down our steel mill in town, and there was talk of it shutting down, and it was kind of like a running joke for many, many years that it was going to shut down. And I said, well, this time it's over. And I ended up writing a song about it.
Well, I'm excited to hear it, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, here is Rick Potter.
Time has come again, back on the road. I spend more time these days at my second home. I'm not the only one that had to leave this town. Nothing we can do when there's no jobs around. They shut the coal mines down. The rail yard is an empty ground. The steel's not pouring from the furnace. It's all over but dying. This town's fading fast. The song dead and gone. Gone are the boomtown days. Another town fading away. It's hard to believe that it's over. Broken promises don't pay the bills, 'cause life keeps rolling on after they close the mill. Unemployment's gone. We're trying to just move on. It's finally sinking in and it's over. town's fading fast. The song dead and gone. Gone are the boomtown days. Another town fading away. It's hard to believe that it's over. It's over. It's all over.
Awesome. Very nice. So much to ask you here, but like I said, I want to get through these performances, and we'll get back to you because I do want to follow up about that song there and more about you, Rick. But folks, we have a returning guest. Trudy, you have been on the show for, what is this, maybe your third, fourth time on Off the Cuff?
Probably.
Yes.
Fourth.
And you're going to also be performing a song live in studio for us. What are we going to get to hear from you today?
I'm going to play a song I wrote called Mama's High Road.
Well, I love your voice, and I know that any time you have a song with Trudy's voice attached to it, it's going to sound amazing.
Well, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, here she is.
I don't think you're too bad of a radio host either.
Hey.
Crawl hidden down in the grass, make it hard for you to see. Some walk upright and it all comes to light the minute you hear them speak. And I may be 3 gallons of crazy stuffed into a 2-gallon bucket, but I'm well aware when things don't seem quite fair, and I'll walk away and say good luck with it. 'Cause it's hard to take the high road when the danger is all down below, and it's hard to see what hides beneath when the grass just don't get mowed. Them old snakes hiding in my yard don't scare me, don't you know? At every turn, Lord, I have learned the best way for me to not get burned is to plant my feet strong and firm on my mama's high road. On my mama's high road. My mama told me to take the high road, but I don't think she knew how hard it was gonna be for me to fight the enemy when there's snakes in my own front yard.
Yeah. Yo, I know we're supposed to save the interview portion until after the song's complete, but I'm terrified of snakes. I just got I have to say, I am a little scared of snakes in my yard. Have you ever stepped on a snake, Trudy?
Oh, yeah.
Have you? Copperhead, anything like that?
No, not copperhead.
Little garden snakes?
Yeah, stuff like that. Black snake, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still a snake.
Those don't scare me.
Well...
It's the ones I was talking about in the song that
right. You're
give me problems.
I got the little symbolism there that you meant. Well, thank you so much. That was absolutely beautiful as always.
And Adam, can I have the two of you all switch so that microphone's a little bit better to play?
Yeah, let's do a little switcheroo. We got
switcheroo.
D Boone.
Cheers, literally.
Yeah, absolutely. We got D Boone Pitman. I want to call you Pitt because I've never had an excuse to call somebody that. You know,
because call my kid Pitty.
Well, you know,
like D Piddy instead of P Diddy.
Yeah, I like
which
that.
Is probably not a good comparison these days, but anyway.
Yes, and we're going to be talking to Pitt very, very soon here. But before we get to him, he's going to be also performing a live in studio performance for us. So, what do we get to hear from you today, sir?
I think I'm going to do The Gardener. This is off of the new EP. This is a song that I started writing for my wife, who loves working in the garden. And as the lyrics began to get put on paper, I started having flashbacks of my own grandmother. So it's kind of just a tribute to the both of them in one song. But it's really for grandmothers everywhere, or for those of you who have any memory of stringing beans or shucking corn on the front porch with your granny. This song is called "The Gardener."
I love it.
I remember Granny in the garden after her breakfast every day. Cotton apron and a straw hat that had both seen better days. I watched her work till she was bleeding. I guess that was just a thing. If you listen very closely, you could hear the garden sing. Those sweet gospel tunes are flowing with every hoe and pick you rain. Well, she let me tag along and said, just watch out for the snake. She said, boy, bring me a bushel and help me pick this mess of beans. Then we'd string them on the front porch while I heard the gardener sing. Amazing grace, blessed assurance, rock of ages, cleft for me. Well, I hung on every note, every word, and every melody. It's where I learned to work the land, where I learned about the king. Right there heading in those rows of corn, you could hear the gardener sing. Left a memory. She got that mansion on the hilltop, but she left quite a legacy. One day I hope to see her there, 'cause I know right where she will be. Lifting praises with the roses, where you can't hear the garden sing. I can almost hear her lifting praises with the roses, where you can't hear the gardener sing.
You know, I often tell people all the time, I one time posted this on my social media. I said, you know what's wrong with the world today? It's because people don't sit on their porch and break green beans with their mamaw no more. You know? So it's like you might have just seen my post and just made a whole song out of that. I love that. Well, folks, now it's the exciting part because we get to hear from these wonderful artists. And Pitt, we're going to start with you since you just gave an amazing performance for us. You know, you do a lot of live shows, and I was checking your website, and you've got a lot of upcoming shows, so I kind of consider that on tour. So is there a particular place that you've been that's been your favorite place to play?
There's a few. I'd say my favorite place to play these days is it's really close to my house. It's about 20 miles south in a little town called Sylvisa, and it's called Cummins Ferry Campground. And I like playing there because it's always well attended. It's usually people passing through and staying at the campground, and I get to introduce my music to a new crowd every time, and they're really responsive and they tip really well. So I think the live music there on Saturday night's the best thing that happens to them during the week. So it just makes a good vibe. I'm sure that you've got several things to say to this answer, but what is your favorite thing about touring? Oh goodness, just to be able to share my music and hopefully, touch somebody. That's kind of the whole reason I do it. I used to play music just to be playing music because I enjoyed doing it. But when I started getting serious about writing music, it really shifted my motives, and that's kind of what I'm on. That's the reason I do it. If they tell me I can't play original music, I can't play at their venue. Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, this year at the Josies, you were nominated for Vocalist of the Year, Country, and Vocalist of the Year in the Americana Folk category, and also for Vocal Event of the Year. Did I nail all three of those correctly? I think one of those is a Artist of the Year. But I can't remember which one is which. And there's a songwriter in there as well. Okay, well, awesome, man. Well, good luck this year at the Josies. It's November the 2nd. Am I correct on that?
Yes, it is. And let's ask D Boone about his good news that he heard about 2 days ago. Well, I just found out that the song That Slow that we did with Clark Kissick got nominated for Hollywood Independent Music Award for classic country song of the year, I think, is the category. Going out to Hollywood for that, I assume? We're still kind of rolling our options there. Yeah, second year in a row. And also, D Boone played for the after party last year.
I did.
In Hollywood.
That's really cool.
He was selected.
Being out in Hollywood's got to be an experience for a good old country boy, too.
It was fun.
We had a lot of fun.
Well, thank you so much, Pitt, for being here once again. We really enjoyed you. Next up, we've got Trudy in the studio, who you just heard sing about them snakes, and I've already talked to her about stepping on snakes and all this and that. Trudy, you are somebody who has a large presence on social media. You have over 55,000 followers on TikTok. So let me ask you, what kind of content, if any, other than no. I don't mean this to be like a nasty question or anything. No, I mean it can be a nasty answer. But what kind of content do you post on your socials other than music, if anything?
I mostly do post music, but recently I've gotten more attention almost on just commenting on everyday life things and silly things that happen to me. Seems like people are interested in that, so it's kind of a little bit of both. But the songs that I post are the ones that attract the most attention are not serious. We were just talking about that earlier. The three of us, I've written some decent songs, I think, and nobody cares about them. They want to hear silly songs about voodoo dolls and such. So, well, that social media is so powerful. How has it influenced your music? I mean, obviously it's helped, but how has it impacted your career? Honestly, it hasn't. Really, right? It hasn't. Right. You don't get really tied up into all the fame part of it. I don't get tied up in all of that, and I, the people is what is my favorite part about playing music. Other musicians, people you meet in venues. Renee and I have become friends. You and I. So all of that means way more to me than how many followers or who's looking at what. Yeah. That part is just fun. Absolutely. Well, you have graced the Josie stage before as a winner. Yes. I did. And you're going back. Does it feel any different this year? Are you looking forward to anything new that you hadn't experienced before? Well, I am looking forward to it because they have an event the day prior to the awards show, which is going to be different this year than it was last year and the previous year. And I'm looking forward to that. And hanging out with everybody. I always look forward to that.
Yes. Well, we're excited to see what happens in November with you and your categories. And let me get this correctly. You have been nominated for the Classic Country Female Vocalist of the Year.
It's classic country vocalist. I don't think females thrown in there.
Okay, so you're mixed in there with the men and women too. Okay.
And then today I found out songwriter achievement also.
Oh, well, let's give her a big hand. Yes, that's amazing. Yeah, the nominees are still going to be posted until June the 15th. So there's still more to come maybe for these folks that we have in the studio. Well, Trudy, thank you so much. Now, this next artist here is Rick Potter. And Rick, this is your first time being on Off the Cuff with Adam Banks, and I just want to say thank you so much for being here, sir. You are a songwriter, and you were nominated for Songwriter of the Year. And am I correct on saying that?
I think, yeah.
Yes. Okay. He's got so many folks, he don't even know what he's nominated for. So I find it fascinating when I get to talk to songwriters, and obviously you're talented to be nominated in this category. So where do you get your inspirations from to write your songs?
Most of them is life experiences. It's just like the song that I just sang. It's funny about it because that song I never actually intended to record.
Yeah.
I really honestly never intended to record it. And it was really just written for a couple of guys that I worked for, just to kind of let them know, I knew this was coming, and you guys they were holding on to promise that the steel mill would stay open. And I just felt like this time was totally different. And I wrote this song really not meant to do anything with it. And then I started playing it out, and it was kind of like, man, you need to record that song. And then Shelby Lore said, I'd had 3 songs that I'd picked out that I wanted to start recording. And one of them, Shelby said, I think you might need to change the lyrics on it or the name of the song, because I think you'll have trouble with it. He goes, what else you got until you can figure out a name? And I played that one for him just because I had it off the top of my head. He goes, oh, man, we've got to record that one.
Now, I'm also curious about the creative process. I've never written a song. I've had, ideas for what I wanted a song to be like. So for you, do you already kind of have a beat in your head for how you want this song to go, or do you write out the lyrics and then come up with the beat?
I mainly write lyrics, and then I try to figure out how I want the music to go with it and how I want it to go. Usually, if I'm starting a song, I'll start it quickly and then kind of get the music going at the beginning. But most of the time, I write the lyrics and then I come back and do the song.
Do you ever have writer's block as a songwriter?
I've actually got it right now.
Well, how do you deal with that? Because sometimes, you feel pressure to get that new song out, that new hit, that new album. But when you have writer's block, what do you do to combat it?
Really, my biggest thing, I've had it before. I've had it many times before. I just try to put it out of my head, and once I put it out of my head, all of a sudden I'll write 2 or 3 songs. So right now I've got the writer's block, so I'm just kind of like, I've had it before, yes. No big deal.
Right.
I'll write 2 or 3. One day I'll wake up and have ideas and write them.
Yes. Have you ever wrote a song really quickly, like in 5 minutes, and it ended up being one of your favorites?
Actually, it's Appalachian Hell, the song I did. I wrote that song. I had a totally different idea for how I wanted that song, and I printed it out, and that's how I start finishing. I start writing once I print them out, because I do everything on my phone. I did not like how I started it, and I just tore it up, and about 5 minutes later, I had Appalachian Hell wrote just like that.
Yeah. Just don't overthink it.
Yeah, and that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happens. Well, I've got a fun question for everybody, and Rick, we'll start with you. You guys have watched award shows before, Grammys, Oscars, all that good stuff. And you know how they typically play music as you walk to the stage. Now, all of you guys are artists, so I'm just curious to hear what the song that you would pick to be played as you walked up to the stage, a song that's not your own. If they were going to play a song as you walked up on the stage, what would you want to hear as your name was called? And Rick, we'll start with you.
Really, honestly, I've sat and thought about this. And I really don't have a song that I would, my wife would probably pick out about 5 that she could think of. But me, honestly, I can't think of anything. I'll go with what Trudy said. I'll do YMCA is what I would do.
Hey.
That way everybody can have fun and dance in the audience.
I love that. That's a good time. All right, Pitt, what about you, sir? What would you have playing up to the stage when you went up?
I don't know. I guess the first thing that entered my mind was the theme to Rocky.
Oh, yeah.
That one, yeah.
Yeah. And Trudy, what about you?
I tossed it around a little bit. I think I would go with the chorus of "If You're Hot" by Jerry Reed.
I love that.
Hey, I like it.
That's really good. Well, guys, the Josie Music Awards is just, we're still several months away, 4 or 5. November the 2nd is the exact time, and all of the people on the show today, all of the artists you heard have been nominated in several different categories, and I want to just again give a special thanks to you guys once again for being here. Renee, always for also being here too, helping me kind of run the ship, helping me control the chaos. But again, folks, thank you so much for being here and listening to another episode. If you liked what you heard today, you'll probably like our previous episodes. You can follow the show on social media at Off the Cuff with Adam Banks. You can follow me, the host, on social media at The Adam Banks. We release new episodes every Thursday from 4 to 5 right here on WLXU 93.9 FM, which means we will be back same time, same place. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the king of radio, and Renee is the queen of radio. This is Off the Cuff.
Coronation starts now.
We'll catch you on the road.
Where it stops, nobody knows.